Thank you guys for joining me today as my puppy comes and joins. We're going to get started in a seated meditation. You're welcome to sit however you'd like. You can sit like this dog here, you can sit like me, or you can sit cross-legged. And then just begin to get comfortable. Beginning to relax your shoulders away from the ears, closing the eyes if that's okay in your practice, and just begin to tune inward. Breathing in and out through the nose. Allowing the thoughts of your day to just kind of drift away, allowing any of the distractions in your household. Maybe your pet is coming around, your cat or dog, or your children, or husbands and wives, girlfriends and boyfriends, and roommates. Just allow their footsteps and their voices to kind of just fade into the background as your breath becomes the forefront of your mind. Really listening to the breath. Maybe you even begin to include a ujjayi breath, that oceanic breath that you constrict at the back of the throat as you breathe in and out through the nose, making a kind of ha sound as you exhale through the nose and an ah sound as you inhale through the nose. I like to imagine that every inhale brings a little bit of light energy within my body, and that every exhale finds a little bit of relaxation in my body. So inhales, you feel like a little bit of light entering. And exhales, you feel a little bit of heaviness as the body relaxes. A few more like this, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling, letting go. Of course, thoughts will pop up, and that's okay, right? Thoughts aren't the enemy. But we're trying to focus on the present moment, right? So letting go of any thoughts that you're dwelling on, any past memories that you may be obsessing over. And just know that you can release those, as well as releasing any thoughts about the future, letting go of control by planning or hoping. And just be living in this moment by breathing and connecting to that breath. Finding a little bit of silence in your mind. Maybe here you begin to think of some things that you're grateful for, things you want to thank the universe or God or source for, whatever those things may be, as little or as large as you'd like. And just begin to notice how shifting your awareness to gratitude makes you feel. I invite you to keep that feeling throughout class today as we begin to move into restorative poses. Just try to cultivate that feeling of happiness, gratitude, and appreciation. Remembering that you're here in your body and you're able to breathe. And that you're able to move your body in certain ways. Even if you can't do all the postures or you find some postures difficult, you're able to try to do them, so you're lucky. So just remember to keep that positive feeling. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world that can be heavy on the heart, but allow this practice, the next 25 minutes, to be for you and for you to cultivate some feelings of positivity and uplifting notions. Take a couple more moments here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale deeply and let it go. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Begin to inhale your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more like that. Inhale, sweep all this energy up. Bring them into your hands, and then exhale, bring that energy down into your heart. Take a moment here. Feel the hands on your beating heart as the thumb knuckles are pressed into the sternum. And then inhale, sweep both arms up. And then exhale, bring the right hand down and reach the left arm up and over. Making sure that you're rooting down into this left sit bone. Also, if you're sitting cross-legged, I would just switch the foot that's in front, just so that you can kind of even out. So from here, just really reach, creating space between the intercostal muscles. And then you can begin to gaze up at the elbow if that's okay on your neck. Maybe you just gaze forward if not. You can reach the right fingertips a little bit further. Sometimes I like to hover as if I'm looking for like a flashlight in the dark. Just kind of noticing how that feels. And then as you exhale, cactus the elbow, gaze away from the elbow. So you're gazing over to the right, creating space in the left side of the neck. And then inhale, look up or look forward as you straighten the left arm. 2 more like that, cactus, gaze away. And then inhale, look up. Straighten the arm. 1 last time, exhale, cactus, gaze away, creating space in the neck. And then inhale, look up. And then from here, your left hand's going to just come up and over, so you touch the right ear. And then you're just going to bring the neck over to the left. And then again here, maybe you kind of move that right arm, floating it forward and back, up and down. Just noting all of the sensation in the right side of the neck here. And just remember not to like press the head down, right? You're just adding a little extra gravity, allowing gravity to assist you here. Take another deep inhale and a cleansing exhale. Bring both hands up overhead. And then the left hand will come to the right knee as the right hand comes back behind you. And then just find a little bit of a twist here as the heart and the collarbone are opening up to the right side of the room. Moving the spine in all the directions here. Slowly come back through center, reach both arms up. And then the left hand will come down to the earth, a block, or to your dog. The right arm will reach up and over, and then make sure this right hip is not coming up, right? Press it back down. Reach up, create space between the intercostal muscles. Feel that right sit bone rooting down so that you can root up through the fingertips. And again, maybe you kind of play with where your left hand is, kind of moving it, noticing what that does. Building that habit of introspection. So I think that all of yoga builds this habit of introspection, but yin and restorative for sure really do. It really gives you the time to begin to think about how little things affect the sensation is. So little movements affect the sensation, sometimes greatly. From here, that right hand will cactus as you gaze away, gazing towards that left hand, and then inhale, reach up, look towards that right elbow. Exhale, cactus as you gaze away. And then inhale, look up, straighten. Last one, cactus here. And then from here, you'll lift that hand up and over, bringing it to the left ear. And again, just creating a little bit of space. And then the left hand, again, maybe walks along your dog or your floor, or just kind of hovers. Breathing into that left side of the neck. From here, both hands will reach up. And then exhale over to the left as the right hand comes to the right thigh, right hand to left thigh, left hand back behind you. Taking a moment here, twisting. And then slowly come back up through center, reach the arms up. And then exhale, bring the elbows wide as you interlace the fingers behind the drape of the neck. As my dog kicks me. From here, begin to press the head into the fingers. beginning to create a little bit of strengthening in the neck, and then begin to tip back a little bit, just finding a little baby back bend. Keep the elbows wide. Just allowing the heart to open up towards the ceiling. Taking another deep inhale here. Exhale, bring the elbows close to one another as you round, dropping the elbows and the heads down, and not pressing on the head, right? Just creating a little bit more gravity. And then we'll move with breath. So inhale, open the elbows wide, open the heart, tip back gently. And then exhale as you round, bringing the elbows forward, dropping the head, creating that kind of angry cat shape with the spine. One more like that, open up. And then exhale, bring it down. Great, coming back through neutral. We'll bring our hands down to the earth, and then we'll extend the legs out long. If he thinks I'm giving him attention. From here, finding your caterpillar pose, you'll extend the legs out long in front of you. Flex through the toes gently, and then inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, begin to surrender down, beginning to find a forward fold. Dropping your head. And just breathing. Your head can rest on your dog, a pillow, or a block. And then just begin to notice the hamstrings here. Noticing the lengthening that's occurring in the hamstrings. There's also some opening in the back body as you round forward. And then begin to notice your eyebrows. Can you begin to soften your eyebrows? And then from here, maybe you clench your eyebrows and then let them go again. There's superficial fascia that runs along the entire back side, the posterior chain of the body, all the way from the backs of the feet, up the backs of the ankles, up the calves, up the thighs. Yep, it keeps going. Up the glutes, all the way up the low, mid, and upper spine, to the back of the neck, all the way over the crown of the head to the eyebrows. So maybe you begin to notice as you soften the eyebrows, the back body begins to soften. And just begin to notice how that little micro shifts kind of begins to affect the body on a whole level, on a large level. Take one more deep inhale. Take a cleansing exhale. Slowly begin to walk yourself up. From here, we're coming onto our back, so just begin to hug the knees into your chest. From here, rock side to side, massaging your lower back. Massaging it by just rocking side to side. From here, find a happy baby, a modified version. Grabbing the outsides of the knees, rocking side to side. Stop. Taking another moment here in your modified happy baby. Begin to hug the left knee in as you bring the right sole of the foot down to the earth. Really hug this left knee into the chest. You're welcome to stay here, hugging the left knee into the chest, or maybe you also extend the right leg long, coming into that full wind relieving pose here. This knee is a little bit over to the left side of the body and you're hugging it into the armpit. Obviously it's not going to touch the armpit, but that's the direction that you're going. Begin to breathe into this shape. Connecting to your body and letting go. If you extended that right leg long, bring the sole of the foot back down to the earth. And then bring that left ankle over the right knee. Coming into this figure 4 shape, gently press this left thigh away. You're welcome to stay here. I'll give you a few options. Maybe you begin to bring like a block underneath the right foot, coming into this version of figure 4. Maybe you bring the right foot onto the wall. Or maybe you grab the back of the right thigh. If you're grabbing the back of the right thigh, maybe you invite some movements, kind of shifting left to right. And then begin to find your stillness in whatever shape you're in. You can even deepen this by straightening the right leg and then hugging that calf in. But just begin to take it to your level. We'll be here for a few moments because the hips are a very important part of the body. They store a lot of unprocessed junk. And by junk, I mean just things that we never really process, things that we kind of let irritate us, but then we never worked through them. So it's during this time that the body begins to look through and shuffle through and let go of things. So here in this hip opener, maybe you begin to feel emotions pop up, and that's okay. Just observe and let go. Taking just a few more moments here, connecting to your breath. Very slowly begin to come out of your shape. So if you're grabbing the foot, we'll all bring the right sole of the foot down to the earth. From here, we're all going to lift our hips up into a one-legged bridge, just passing through here, just lifting the hips up and then bringing them back down. From here, this entire shape will go over to the right. So this left sole of the foot touches down on the right side of the body. Your hands will come out to a T, and you can gaze over to the left. If this is too much of a twist, you can stack your knees on top of one another. And just begin to breathe here. I like this twist because you also feel it in the IT band and the outer hip of the left leg. But you're always welcome to find a little bit of a simpler twist, just stacking the left on top of the right. These final twists are great for really releasing any energy we have stored in our organs. In traditional Chinese medicine, our organs each have different emotions that are associated with each one. Here in these gentle twists, we find a light type of acupuncture as the organs begin to be gently massaged, allowing qi to flow. So just begin to connect here to anything that's popping up in your mind, acknowledging and letting it go. Take another deep inhale here. Take a deep exhale. Slowly begin to make your way back through center. Undo the legs. Come into a little ball, hug the knees into your chest. And then come back to that modified happy baby, bringing the knees wide, grabbing the outer edges of the knees as you begin to just rock side to side. From here, we're going to bring the right sole of the foot down to the left foot down to the earth. We'll hug the right knee into our chest. And then we'll stay here, or maybe you want to come into full wind reliever as you extend the left leg out long. And this is called a wind reliever because it does tend to relieve gas. So if that happens, know that you're not the only one. So really hug this knee into the chest, compressing the right side body a little bit. Breathing into this shape. Finding a wave of relaxation over the body with every exhale. Take another deep inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Slowly bring that left sole of the foot back down to the earth if you extended it. You'll bring that right ankle over the left knee. You'll press this right knee away gently. You'll either stay here in this figure four. Maybe you bring your left sole of the foot to a block. Maybe you bring it to a wall. Or maybe you grab that left thigh, pressing it in towards your body. You're welcome to stay here in this shape or any of the other shapes, or maybe you even extend the left leg out long and grab the back of the calf with both of your hands, going a little bit deeper. Whatever shape you're in, just breathe, connecting to the hips. Remembering that hip openers are so important. So just breathe with them. Knowing that a lot of people find these hip openers difficult, so you're not alone. And then if you love them, you're on my team. Maybe it's raining where you are, so maybe you begin to tune into the noise of the rain, the noise of cars driving by through wet streets. Anything that keeps you present in this moment. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, drop your left foot back down to the earth. We'll find that one-legged bridge pose here. So just lift the hips off of the earth just gently, and then gently bring it down. We're going to drop this entire shape over to the left, so the right sole of the foot comes down to the earth. You can stay like this. If it's too much, you can just stack the right knee over the left knee. Arms come out to a T. You can gaze opposite of that right knee and just begin to breathe. Take a deep inhale and a cleansing exhale. Slowly make your way back through center. From here, you'll undo the legs, give yourself a nice big hug, and make your way into your final resting pose. Your final resting pose can be Shavasana with the legs out long. You can bring your legs up the wall. You can knock your knees in, so feet max distance, knees knocked together in constructive rest. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet touching, knees out. Just begin to find your final pose, whatever it may be. And just begin to connect to your breath. From here, I'm going to guide you through another meditation. You're welcome to join me on this visualization of being on the beach. So begin to imagine yourself laying on the beach, directly in the warm sand. You feel the cool air pass around you as the sun is shining on your skin. That warm sand is perfectly temperatured. The sun is perfectly temperatured, and so is the breeze. You feel as the breeze moves the hair on your body, on your arms, in your hair, your eyebrows. And it's making you feel calm and complete. You begin to hear the ocean roar, with gentle waves slapping up and down the beach. You feel the first wave begin to roll in. As it begins to come up towards your ankles, this perfectly temperatured water begins to roll back away from you into the ocean, taking away any anxieties. From there, this beautiful warm water rolls up to your hips, rolling over your ankles, over your legs, over your glutes, all the way to your hips. As it begins to roll away, it takes away any worries. Another wave begins to wash up. It begins to roll over the legs, over the belly button, to the heart space. From here, that warm wave begins to roll away, taking away any fear. The next warm wave rolls up, passing the legs, up the belly button, the heart, the arms, the shoulders, to the drape of the neck. As it begins to roll away, it takes away any judgments. One more beautiful wave rolls in. You can breathe underneath this water as it rolls up the legs, up the hips, up the torso, washing all the way to the crown of the head. As it begins to roll away, it takes away any thoughts, any anxieties, fears, doubts. It takes away stagnant energy. So you are left here refreshed and warm and whole on the beach. Sun is shining, sand is warm, the breeze is beautiful. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, fully release, fully surrender, let go, Shavasana. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like. If you're ready to embark on the rest of the day, begin to invite movements in the fingers and the toes, the wrist and the ankles. Begin to make your way onto your side body, whatever side is calling you, into a little fetal position. Taking this moment here on your side to thank yourself for making it to your practice, for connecting to feel-good feelings for 30 minutes. Connecting to your breath, connecting to your body, and letting go of your thoughts. Slowly come up to seated. Finding a comfortable seat, closing the eyes. Your hand will come to your heart. I know you want a Shavasana too, or Om too. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, sigh it out. Inhale to Om. Om. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me. The light and shadow within me, all that is good, all that is bad, my whole true authentic self bows down to all that's within you. Namaste.